The Orbis Institute's World Camp 2005 hosted 34 students from 16 nations, including Canada, China, Colombia, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Great Britain, Iraq, Mexico, Mongolia, Oglala Lakota Nation, Peru, Russia, Slovakia, Somalia, Turtle Mountain Chippewa Nation, and the United States. Reflecting Orbis's overall mission, World Camp 2005 sought to train youth as leaders and educators who work to create a more peaceful, humane, and civil society. With Johnson & Wales University as its home base, World Camp staff immediately worked to alleviate the rigid interpersonal barriers between the delegates. Using a variety of games and challenges helped to set the tone for the physical, mental, and emotional rigors that laid ahead for the delegation.
I am King George. I'm the camp director up here. This is Ranger Rick.
With the majestic summits of the Indian Peaks as a backdrop, Camp Tahosa presented the delegates with a more intensive set of challenges, compelling the participants to identify their own strengths and liabilities and to overcome adversity on both the personal and group level.
I share a tent with Tigist, and we both never put up a tent before. So we were just like practically trying to make it up ourselves. We were gonna put it up any way we could. So even if it didn't look right.
I slept with my shoes on the first 2 nights, actually. If a bear came, I was ready to run because I had my running shoes on. And if I had to go to the bathroom, well, I wouldn't step on a thorn.
I decided to up the stakes on the giant's finger by telling Daniel that he could not speak anymore. Dan was in his comfort zone as that very vocal, take charge kind of guy. So it was challenging for Dan to have to be quiet, and it was challenging for the group not to be able to rely upon him. Initially, it was not received very well by Daniel. So we got through that, and I think putting the kids into conflict with me and with one another helped us to get closer very quickly.
When I did the high rope, to me there was only one obstacle, and that's heights. Honestly, I was so scared enough of falling down or something, but when I thought of it again, I just said to myself, you know what, you have to do this because you are able of doing it, you just have to concentrate. And actually I even asked the people at the at the bottom to just keep it quiet for just a moment because I really needed to focus, and actually focusing really helped me a lot. Because I was able to drive away my fear. If I was to do the high rope again, I would actually do it. And without asking anybody to to be quiet or something, I would just go like that.
The Wall of Doom, as Ranger Rick called it. And it was tall, and I didn't want to do it. I saw it the day before, and I was like, I really don't want to do this. And then the next day we had to do it. And it took all that was in me to do it. That's when where Sebastian had to run and jump, and I was holding Kai by his legs, and I had to pull Kai up. And then I had to run over and help Kai pull Sebastian up. So that was the big challenge.
As the week at Tahosa came to a close, the delegates took time to reflect upon the trials they had overcome and prepare for the ordeal ahead. As a symbolic climax to the first week, the delegates reached the top of the mountain, jubilant in having completed the ascent, but cognizant that vast challenges awaited them. The physical rigors behind them, the delegation returned to Johnson & Wales University to face more discrete intellectual and emotional encounters. To do so, they had to face history, reality, each other, and perhaps most importantly, to face themselves. A gifted cadre of educators, all of whom have their own successful careers and donated their precious time and energy, engaged the delegation in meaningful dialogue with regard to the most relevant and current global leadership topics.
How do you create trust in relationships as a leader? Is that you are in touch with your emotions and you can show how to feel those emotions. Because people relate to other people through emotions.
We sometimes miss each other's points because we're listening in different ways and our expectations are different.
More importantly, students acquired skill sets prerequisite to effective leadership in a rapidly globalizing society.
How exciting it is for me to work with a group of people, young people like you, who are saying, I want to be tackling these issues, I want to be learning, I want to be dealing with some of these problems, and I feel that I do have a role.
What people think of me is terrorist, blood killer, anything bad you can imagine. My name is Abdullah Ahmed. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Iraq. My real identity, or what I'm made of, is that I'm a straightforward person, and my heart is, I can't even have the heart to kill or hurt an ant.
They came as strangers. In fact, some of them came as supposed enemies. In the end, they walked away knowing, as Abraham Lincoln put it, one another's better angels, and understanding that they are not, in fact, the leaders of tomorrow, but rather the leaders of the here and now.
It was just nice to be here and enjoy this place that we're in, enjoy each other, enjoy the conversations we can have, enjoy all the sharing we can do about our friends and our family and our cultures.
I learned so much, and I've actually made so much connections between these activities to my experiences in the past.
I think the whole group is a family.
We're the future. It's not going to happen from people just sitting around and saying they're going to do it.
We have to help each other. We have to be a team.
I just hope this camp keeps going through, and I hope a lot more people have the chance to try it out.
Thank you for making it possible for me to be here, to experience such great things, and I encourage anyone in this world, if he gets a chance to be in here or such organization, I encourage him not to hesitate. Come directly and see how his life will change.